you seen all these pictures on Instagram? Your friends, your families, they are transforming their own images into this retro Bollywood vintage images. And it's all part of the latest trend, which is called the Nano Banana Saree trend, right? And it's powered by AI. So Nano Banana itself is like a new model released by Google's Gemini. But have you ever wondered, like, how can an app on your phone can make something this beautiful and can transform your images to such beautiful old images or whatever you prompt it to do? So basically, you just give it an image of yourself to the model or to the app, and then the app converts your images into something like this. So this all it's a type of an AI which is called a diffusion model, and it's simpler than you think. So how does it work? Let's say this is your original image, right? Now we have asked that convert this sculpture into something that looks like retro, vintage, Bollywood, royal, whatever you have given the prompt to it. So now what it does is it takes this image and now it starts adding noise on this image. So with 1, 2, 3, I'm doing it very randomly, but there is a pattern for adding this noise as well. So it adds noise until the image becomes completely unrecognizable and looks like a static. I'll also show you a video how it actually looks like, but right now take it something like this. So it takes your image and does this to your image. Now when it has done this, during this process it learns that if I want to convert this image to a noise, and this is the steps that I have to follow. And now if I have to convert some noise to this image, if I do the reverse, I will be able to convert some noise to this image. So this is why this noising process is important, because that's how it learns. If it has to denoise, this is the steps that it has to follow, and then it will be able to denoise your picture. So what happens after this is, next step is it takes a completely different noised image and then it will try to denoise the image in order to generate whatever you prompted it to be. So how does this work is it takes this noise and then it starts removing this noise, like slowly. Wow. Okay, let's try something else. Let's do white. Yep. So it starts removing this noise one by one and then tries to create an image based on your prompt. This denoising is guided by the prompt that you have provided plus the picture that you have provided, right? So what happened here is in two pieces. One is you've provided a picture, it noised the picture. Now it knows if it has to create this picture, how it should denoise a noise so that you can create this picture. Second, you've given a prompt to it. So in the process of denoising, it also takes input from the prompt and it denoises it in a certain way so that it generates the picture that you have prompted it to be. So basically this is how it works. And now if I can show you a video how this looks like. So I've given it a picture of a cat. It will start noising it. And once the noise, it looks like this, then it will take a completely different noise and start to denoise it to generate a cat again. But now this cat looks different. It is black, it is waving to you. So it took input from the prompt that the cat should be black and it should wave. So it knew what a cat looked like, so it started to denoise to a cat and then also added attributes like black cat and it should wave. So this is how exactly the noising and denoising works. This is the diffusion model. And the same thing happens when you give it a picture of yourself and then ask yourself to be in like golden background, vintage, sari, old school, grainy, Bollywood, romantic, whatever prompts you give to it, it takes that into account and adds those prompts in the denoising process. and then generates a picture. So this nano banana Saree trend is a perfect example of what we're going to see in terms of generative AI in the coming years. Generative AI isn't just a gimmick. It's a powerful tool for creativity that you can use to expand your imagination and create things that would otherwise have never existed. So use it wisely. And now since you know how it works, so I guess it will be much more pleasing to create those images when you know how it works under the hood. And next week we'll dive into how your phone's front camera uses AI. So for example, when you try to unlock it with your face unlock, how the phone's front camera is using artificial intelligence to recognize that it's you. And the same thing also applies on Google Photos. So it astonishes me a lot that when I go to Google Photos, there are pictures of me with a mask on, and Google even recognizes that it's me. And in some pictures I am not even clearly visible. I have to find myself that, okay, where is me in this image, because Google says I am in this image, and then I find myself somewhere in the background with my half face shown on the image. So this is computer vision, and we'll talk about it in the next video. So subscribe and don't miss. I'll see you soon.